Hey, good morning guys. It is Monday and I am on my way to work, and I kind of woke up in a bad mood, but I also went to bed in a really bad mood, and ultimately it was about a girl who spoke very poorly about me, called me a hypocrite, kind of berated me on YouTube. And I did delete her comment because a lot of my other YouTube friends were like, just ignore it, delete it, pretend like it didn't happen, you know, people are gonna hate, people are gonna be mean. But it's like, I get it, people are gonna be mean, but at the same time, like, was her comment true? Was it honest? Like, or is she just being mean? Or does she just think of me very poorly and like thinks of me completely wrong? Well, either way, I felt really compelled to respond, and I responded as nicely as I could, asking her, you know, explaining myself, which was weird that I felt like I had to explain myself. I went into defense mode and was trying to convince her that what she thinks about me was completely wrong. And instead of taking my facts, that I gave her very specific facts and instances of truth, and I didn't twist it, which she did twist my words, she just came back and berated me with a barrage of curse words and name calling, and she ended up becoming very, very rude. I ended up writing her a very long response, very nice response, you know, trying to explain like, hey, I don't know why you don't like me, and I can't change that. I don't know why you hate me so much, but I haven't lied to you. I have not done anything wrong to you or any of my subscribers for that matter. I've only been honest and open and very thankful and grateful, and I have no idea where you're getting this craziness that I'm this hypocrite and that I'm this liar, and they're very strong words. And you know, going back after talking to some of my friends here on YouTube, I'm not going to say names because I don't want them to be mixed up in this, but I essentially was like, dude, what do I do? I went to check her profile. Look, it turns out her profile was only a day old. So it was like, so now I'm going through this. Well, did you create a profile just so that you could berate me, so that your real profile wouldn't get hits against it because you made mean comments against me? And so then I ended up responding very sarcastically, and I didn't say anything mean. Well, maybe I did, but it was all very sarcastic. It was never like, you're this, you're that, you're this. It was just very, very sarcastic, like, oh, how funny, how you call me a hypocrite, but you create this account just so you could berate me, so you could hide your real account. Like, that's the kind of sarcasm that the message was. And she responded with, that was a very unprofessional response, and then she blocked me, which was weird because it's like, I have an unprofessional response when you just cursed me out and you just like literally told me I was this freaking monster of a person. You questioned my integrity, who I was, my character, and you use it with really mean words. And then you call me unprofessional for using sarcasm? Really? After I wasted hours of my life sending you an apology for something I didn't even think I did anything wrong. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And then I get another response from another subscriber who apparently is a loyal subscriber. She made sure to point out the fact that she's a loyal subscriber and she's still subscribed to me, but she had to point out that she was very irate with me, which is fine. I understand that, and I apologize to her for that because I can understand what the issue was. But then I ended up going back to find her comment in my inbox, like my actual email, Gmail inbox, and I searched her name, and I ended up finding like 4 comments from her from like really old videos, because I keep every single comment, I keep every single subscription notice, because it's all of that stuff is very important to me. And I ended up finding that she is actually one of the people who's caused me a lot of heartache. Anytime she's ever commented, it was always something negative. It was always telling me something that's wrong with me, or telling me that I'm fake, or telling me that I'm, you know, this liar, that I'm this just terrible person. And it's like, really? Okay, that was uncalled for. Like, never ever did you ever say anything nice to me. And the only times you've ever mentioned me or talked to me, it was always something negative. And it's like, what does, I get it, maybe you think very positively about me 99% of the time, you just don't say anything, but for some reason you feel very compelled to finally write something when it's something bad. And it's like, it's not a really good way to have a life, to only be negative. And that's all I see from you, because your account is your profile is private. I can't see anything about you. I don't know who you are. I don't know if that's just you giving me criticism, which is fine, but when you're only giving me negative criticism, it's really hard for me to see anything more than negativity. And so I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I tried to send her a message. I'm blocked from that. She won't. I can't send her a message either. So there's these two people, and they gave me so much heartache yesterday. I was seriously like having panic attacks and anxiety over two people, and that's what I don't know if it's sad or if it's like human, because I don't care if I have like 2 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. If one of them, even one of them, 1 million subscribers, and one of them hates me, like that, I don't know what it is, but that bothers me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm oversensitive, and that's very possible, because I'm known to be very oversensitive and very emotional. And maybe I just need to suck it up and deal with it. Not everybody's gonna like you, and that's fine. It's just, I had such a hard time when I was younger, because a lot of people just didn't like me. And it's not that anything was wrong with me, or I was a mean person, or I deserved to not be liked. I just wasn't popular. I wasn't overly social, except for those who I personally knew. Thank you guys so much for listening, and it's just so frustrating. Thank you guys, and to you other YouTubers, I commend you for being able to tough it out. Or I commend you if you've never gotten any negative comments, because then you guys are just super awesome. Because there are a lot of you out there who are just super amazing and probably have never gotten hateful comments, and I applaud you, because I apparently am doing something wrong, because I get negative comments and it's sad face. And I do get thumbs down. I know a lot of you girls don't ever get thumbs down. I don't know why I suck it. But whatever. I'm at work. I'm gonna stop ranting, and I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully cross your fingers that by the end of the day I'm in a better mood and you guys aren't dealing with like super emotional sad panda face. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. It is my lunch break, and I will be honest, I am in much better spirits. It was amazing. I was sitting at my desk and I was just talking to my coworker Rick, and I'm like, oh my god, is it so weird that I'm actually happy to be at work on a Monday? I think with so much like stress and anxiety this weekend, I am going to go to Thai Thai, which is a Japanese Thai place. I almost said Taiwanese, but that's a different country. It's Thai, it's Japanese and Thai, and it's called Thai Thai. They have the best sushi, and they have really good teriyaki. So what I do is I get the steak teriyaki combo, where you get steak with sushi and sashimi, which is like the raw fish. And a roll, and you get a roll of a California roll. So really awesome. I'm really excited about it, because Thai Thai is like one of my favorite places to go, and it's really close to my work. It's like 15 minutes away. So yeah, it's like 30-minute round trip, but I mean, 30 minutes for a lunch break, and then you just actually eat your lunch at your desk while you're working. It's not too bad. You know, you don't lose too much time. But anyway, I'm in a much better mood. I'm in much better spirits, and things seem to be looking up. I did just post a peek about what's going on. I am having a hard time filming on the weekends because I need to pack and stuff. But what I'm going to try to do is double duty on the week, during the week. So tonight we have a walkthrough again at 5:30. Once that's done, I'm going to put my lighting kit back together. I'm really excited because we have a concert on Friday the 26th for my choir. And so I will be singing in that concert, which will be really nice. and hopefully my voice will have been fully recovered, because right now, even though I'm really starting to sound normal, my singing voice definitely isn't there. Like, I can't hit the high notes. It comes out very squeaky. Like, I can't, like, my vocal cords just aren't ready to sing yet. It is 4:20 and I am now leaving to go home and let more random strangers into our house. Sucks, I have to work from home tonight. I wanted to film and do all this stuff, but I'm not gonna be able to because I had to leave work early. Hopefully I'll still be able to film. My plan is that as soon as these people leave, I'm gonna plug in my rollers, because as you can see, my second day hair is not my friend. It's getting a little crazy up top here. And no, I did not put any dry shampoo. I probably should have, because like I'm doing this and my fingers are super greasy. As soon as I am done with those people, I'm gonna plug in my hot rollers. While those get hot, I'm gonna put in some Crest white strips. It's been over a month since I've used my Crest white strips. I was using the 5-minute teeth whitening, and that worked the first few times, but for some reason the last few times I've used it, it has done nothing. And I don't like to use the Crest white strips because I have super sensitive teeth, and so anytime I use them, they make my teeth even more sensitive, which sucks. And I do use a sensitive toothpaste, so what I'm gonna do is I'll use it this one time, just to kind of like get my teeth back into the groove, and then go back to the 5-minute whitening system to set up my lighting kit again in the guest bedroom. By the way, today is supposed to be tile, tomorrow is supposed to be cabinets, and then the day after is supposed to be countertops. So I'm like hoping that these people get the heck out of the house first, because before I do all the other things that I talked about before, like doing my hair, my teeth, and all that happiness, my husband and I want to run over to the new house to see if they installed the tile. So cross your fingers that they installed tile. I'm like, I'm so excited. Please tell me you installed the tile. Hey, good morning guys. It is Tuesday, the 16th. And I'm actually on my way to the house. It is 8:45. I'm gonna be super late to work, but I really want to stop over there because I just found out that they got the counters and cabinets today, like the supplies, so they're gonna install that today. And my husband did stop at the house, and they were in fact tiling when he went over there. We actually didn't get to go to the house after the walkthrough last night, because everything that I had planned, I was gonna curl my hair, I was gonna whiten my teeth. I tried to whiten my teeth. It turns out the Crest white strips are expired. I didn't know that they expire. So that was bad. I had to throw those out. And then after the walkthrough, my husband's, another youth ministry leader, my husband's a youth ministry leader. Well, one of the other ones came over to come pick up some stuff that we had at our house from last week's retreat that my husband had taken home. Not last week, the week before. I'm not sure when. But we had stuff at our house. He was gonna come pick it up. What turned into like him picking it up, which should have taken like 15 and 30 minutes, ended up turning into like 4 hours of them hanging out and talking like homework and engineering. And I didn't want to be rude and film, so I ended up curling my hair and then not even filming. So this morning I literally filmed a 3.5-minute Ipsy video, and it is a crazy mess. I'm gonna not edit it. I'm gonna leave it, because if I edit it, it's gonna end up being like a minute long. And so I'm just gonna leave it as it is, like the crazy mess that it is, because it's kind of like myself in honest form. Like that's how I am when I'm frazzled and I like don't have time and I'm on my way to work. Sorry I didn't vlog last night. Things just did not turn out as planned, and like the next few days are gonna be insanely busy. So I will talk to you guys later. Well, I just drove by the house and there are a bajillion people there, and there's like a pipe's leaking or something because there's water like sprouting out of the ground right now. And there are people like cutting up, I assume they were cabinets in the front yard. Like they had a stand and they had like a little saw and stuff, like an electric saw. And so they're doing some work this morning, so I am not gonna go in the house. I'm not gonna go and bother them. I know we can go in the house while they're in there. They're fine with that. It's just I don't want to vlog while they're in there, and so I'd rather just not go in there, and I'll come back, I don't know, maybe tonight. We've got catechism class, so I don't know if I have time. There's just, I don't know what to say, guys. There's just so much stuff going on, and I feel terrible because I can't can't do a lot of the things that I want to do, so I might be a little MIA on YouTube for a little bit. Maybe not on the vlogging, because vlogging's not that hard to do. You know, just toss the camera up there and then go. It is 6:45 p.m. and I am just now leaving work. Oh gosh, I did not expect to be there that long, except so I brought in my alligator bag, the Visionary, last week, and all the guys at work were like raving about it. They're like, oh my gosh, that was the coolest bag, because it was gator skin and I'm in Florida, so gators are like totally cool. Well, anyway, and so I didn't bring it. I had my law bag, which is right here, which is faux ostrich leather, whatever, ostrich print. I don't know what you call that, faux ostrich skin, I don't know. And they were like, whoa, that's so cool too, because they want, another guy didn't get to see my gator printed stuff, so he was like, well, what do you have? And I'm like, I have my ostrich bag. And they were like, whoa, and they're like, that's so expensive, it looks so expensive, man, you know, you young engineers make so much money and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I didn't, first and foremost, that was a $40 purse. Second, I didn't pay for it. It was sent to me from JustFab for free. They send me stuff every month. I'm a vlogger, so I review their products and I get it for free. And they're like, what? How do you get free stuff? And I'm like, because I'm a YouTuber. And they're like, what? And I went into this whole thing about what I do on YouTube, how it works, and how I get free stuff. And I'm like, I get free products from Milani to review, and I also get free stuff from JustFab to review. All of them are for reviews. JustFab is monthly, and Milani is like whenever something comes out, like a new product comes out. And I don't get everything, because like for instance, Mel and PHS and Lizzie and all those bigger YouTubers, they get everything. They get the nail polishes, they get the mascara. I only got the lipsticks and the eyeliners. But other people get way more because they're much bigger than I am. I would like to give them away. I'm not allowed to give them away because they were very strict about that. They were like, we're giving these to you for review, so you must use them. Therefore, they're used products, and you shouldn't be giving away used products. And so they don't allow you to give them away. So it kind of sucks that way, because like, for instance, I got a bajillion Milani lipsticks, and I'm not going to use all of them. I would rather give them to you guys, because many of you would probably use them, but I'm technically not allowed to. Anyway, plus if I give them away and they find out, then I could lose my vlogger privileges, and then they won't send me stuff anymore, which would totally suck. So, you know, it's really nice. And they were like, wow, you get free stuff, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, how does this work? What is it? What's going on? How do you get free things? And I'm like, I've been a YouTuber for like, what, 9 months now? 10 months, because my anniversary will be June 4th. So yeah, like 10 months now. And so I was like, you know, you build a name, and then you eventually, you know, get, not sponsored, but, you know, you get to review products. Or Born Pretty, you know, I get Born Pretty. And if I get enough hits on Born Pretty or something, if I reach a certain threshold, then they give me products to give away, which is really cool. I'm not at that point yet, so I can't give anything away yet. But anyway, so we spent like an hour talking about my YouTube channel, and they're like, okay, so let me get this straight. So you make this video about makeup, and then people watch it? And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, there's a huge beauty community. And I'm like, that's not the only thing on YouTube. Like, there are entire people who do just music. That's how they get discovered, like Justin Bieber. And they're like, oh, I didn't know Justin Bieber was discovered on YouTube. And I'm like, really? Gosh, you guys really are like out of your element, because they're like older gentlemen. Like, one guy's probably in his later 40s, 50s. The other one's probably like early 40s, late 30s. And so they're both like totally like blown away by this whole YouTube thing. And then another guy who is probably in his 50s is like, dude, I go to YouTube all the time. And he's like, you know, whenever I want to work on my truck, I look at videos on how to do, like, you know, how to replace brake pads or something, you know, or how to fix my clutch. And he's like, I go to YouTube. And they're like, what? You go to YouTube? And then the other guy was like, yeah, that's so genius. And he's like, you know, I'm about to tile my floor. You know, I painted my house. I do all this DIY. And I'm like, dude, you can make videos on how you do that stuff. I just wanted to tell you like how freaking funny that was, talking to my coworkers and explaining to them YouTube. Like, it was like really cool. And he was like, you're so smart, you're so brilliant. And I'm like, no, it's fun. I do it for fun. It's not a brilliant or smart thing. Like, tons of people do it. It's not a new concept. Maybe it's new to him, but y'all know YouTube's been around for a long time.